Thank you, Walter.
Thank you, Carol. We're Walter and Carol. There's always a Walter and Carol. Nino Bless here. If you're tuning in, you've clearly seen the Look at Me video. This is my man. Introduce yourself to the people.
Odin Rock, Odin's Eye Creations.
Yep, he's gonna put his little @ right there so you guys can follow him right there or right here or look at me or whatever. But yeah, man, if you're watching this is exclusive content and exclusive BTS. I'll have some more content that's laid out. This is gonna be the first thing that I release because we're fresh. I'm literally still in character. I didn't even change and go into my regular clothes and whatnot. But so some of the stuff that's in the video, based on what the song is what where the song's targeting, like, and what I'm trying, like, how should I say, what issues I'm trying to approach. So what led to you sort of going all in on the visuals the way you did?
The route we went.
Yeah.
Well, I always want to like at least meet the artist, have like there with them on what they're saying, on what their message is, and try to go above and beyond. And because, like I've told you before, you're very detailed. You care about your cadences, your flows, and most importantly, the message, which is important in music nowadays. So to me, creating art and creating visuals that match that is also important to me. And yeah, it's you're talking about society in America and how we get fed through social media, through the news, through the games,
films and everything.
Films, yeah. And how that affects us, and like how it's affecting everybody. That at the same time, we're all going through different things, but we're still connected in the same way that they're still feeding us the stuff. Even the junk food that we eat is cheaper than the
organic
food.
shit. Yeah, exactly.
And even some of that's starting to get poisoned now.
Exactly.
So yeah, I just love going with the concept that you did. There was a couple keywords that you used in there, and we just decided to go with the storyline of the couple going through it, the addict.
Yep.
And one thing that's horrible to speak about, but it's true, is like the school shootings.
Yep.
And so I felt that was one of the heavier ones to touch base on and create the storyline off of that.
Yeah, and if you're watching this, you probably already know what I'm doing. You probably watched the video of me fucking drowning Trump, Hillary, Obama, and all of them. So you kind of know, like, mind altering, who, by the way, Odin helped me with mind altering as well. And mind altering, funny thing about mind altering, it got 30,000 views or maybe 40 max, and it was stuck there till like the pandemic. Then the pandemic hit and more people watched it, and now it's like almost at 80,000 views. So it almost doubled in views over the pandemic. And I would get DMs and messages of people going, hey man, my friend sent me this, and because of like COVID, this is what's happening. So this kind of shows that this kind of content kind of ages well. I got double the views in the second half of mind altering than I did in the first 4 years, which shout outs to everybody who tuned into that video. That's all self-funded, all self-financed. And with this particular song, it's going to be controversial, it's tough. It's a tough watch probably for some people, depending on what version we leak. We literally just wrapped up. This is like 5 seconds ago, we finished everything.
Still in costume.
I'm still in character, and a lot of this was my vision, but a lot of it was his. I didn't come up with this. I didn't come up with like some of the other things that he decided to add into this video. But see, the thing with this song that I want people to know, and maybe not people watching this, but maybe you could show this to somebody who's like, man, I couldn't really sit through that, is, oh, that's the Bluetooth, is that this record is an attack on, like he was saying, the things that are programming us and wiring us, and what people are just being fed is like medication, pills, and just sort of, hey, just go home and just take this, that's your prescription. And don't know if that's making things better because we're still producing these things that we decided to put in the video. And at certain times during the video, and I didn't tell you this yet, certain times during the video I was actually holding the lights when the addicts were kind of fighting. I was getting like, not nervous, but my stomach was turning. It was making me feel a certain way. Mm-hmm. I remember watching addicts as a kid fight, whether it was neighbors, whether it was in front of the house, whether it was like, you always knew the addict couple in my hood. And it was kind of triggering in a way. And you went deeper than I actually anticipated, but it was good and it was healthy. And that's kind of what this music's meant to do. This music is not meant to alienate a group of people and go, oh, like, this ain't for you, yada, yada, yada. this is all around us. We live around all these people, and these people aren't being helped. So that's why the whole song, I'm basically, you know, spoiler alert, I'm giving you guys the answers. We're looking in the camera. He's doing it through his lens. I'm doing it through my voice. The characters are doing it through their art. And what this is like, society, look at what you're making, and obviously I'm what you want me to be. And that's why the lyrics on that song are there. And you know, I just appreciate you for diving into this. And the last thing I'll say about this, because I'm ranting, is I talked to 2 or 3 other directors, and one of them told me, and I'm not gonna say who, but one of them told me, I'll do this if you can't find nobody else to do it. And I'll do it, I'll look out for you on the budget. And he shot some bigger visuals, and I was telling Trips this last night on the way home. And then I said, well, I wouldn't want you to do this video because I can't find somebody. That means that
You don't
just,
want to do it.
yeah. I don't think he would do what you did, you know? And that's why you were the guy for this. And even Trips on the way home. Trips, by the way, is the character that plays the school shooter. He told me driving me back to the Airbnb last night, he said, when Odin told me, yeah, you're going to play a school shooter, I was like, what? And then I heard the song, and then I was like, okay, I get it. He had a friend that he's pretty much grown up with and known more than half his life, I guess. And she was saying, man, this song is deep. It's crazy. He had another artist that was there named Anthem, and these are all characters in the video. And they just kept hearing the words in the song, and they just kept asking me questions about it. So hopefully this song is filling in a void, because there's a lot of art that's not really reflecting to this part of stuff. And we're just like, no one's making a fucking song about these particular characters through this particular way. So just want to thank Odin for diving into it. And just real quick, this will be the last thing. When you came up with the treatment and you wanted to add the news caster, and you wanted to actually tell the people real quick while we have access to you, what made you go so deep with everything, as far as the school shooting scenes? We weren't supposed to do any of that, but in the moment, what was allowing you to kind of see those things, or was this just flowing?
I just feel like we sugarcoat a lot of things, and in music videos or in movies, and I've done like a bunch of productions where people are like, oh, we can't have that, it's too much. But it's to me, it's just like, yo, we got to put the mirror. We're never going to know what somebody's really going through until we really see it. A lot of people don't know how people really are depressed, or how they're really feeling, or when they're getting bullied. We just hear about it, but I feel like putting it in your face is what we need, because that's when you're going to take action. Like it's about like making you feel something, you know what I mean? If it made you feel awkward or sad, whatever the feeling that you got,
that's art.
That's what we want. I want you to feel something, versus just seeing a cool little visual. So to me, going the extra mile is important, especially when I'm working with people like yourself who allow me to do that, and that's one of the reasons I really like working with you, is because you put it in your lyrics. You're already doing that in your lyrics. Now it's just the visual version of it. And so, yeah, I just want to put that in the mirror in people's faces.
Hold up that reflection.
This is a real thing.
And you do a good job, because the way you, you explain the scenes to me, but I don't even see the scenes until I'm there, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of what he means. So you do a great job of going through step by step. And bro, this video, hopefully you guys mess with it the way I do, because I kind of worked with him already, so I already know sort of what he's shooting for, and I've seen some of the stuff behind the lens and seen what he's going for and sort of how he's arranged it. Hopefully you enjoy this video. Look at me, Nino Bless, my brother Odin Rock. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Blessings.